I swear my heart hasn't stopped pounding since yesterday. It feels like I'm walking around with this heavy, invisible weight on my chest, like at any moment I might just collapse. Because yesterday, I found out my wife is cheating on me. Not maybe, not suspicious behavior, not I have a bad feeling. No, she is absolutely, completely, unmistakably cheating on me. And she has no idea I know. What's messing me up the most is how she's acting now. She's suddenly extra affectionate, touching me more, telling me she loves me more, getting all flirty. And every time she does it, it makes my skin crawl. Because I've seen the messages, the pictures, the plans, everything she's been doing behind my back. The night I found those messages, I just sat there staring at my phone, feeling like the room was spinning. They talked about what they'd already done together, what they wanted to do next, how to avoid getting caught. And then the photos, pictures she took on nights she told me were girls only. Photos she never sent me. Some of them were taken on our bed. I don't know what broke me more, seeing the pictures or reading her telling him how I don't satisfy her, when I've always been ready whenever she wanted. Always. And the worst part? I told her yesterday, before she knew I'd seen anything, that I was scared of losing her. I told her I'd rather die than see her with someone else. And she hugged me. She said, "That's never going to happen. I love you." Meanwhile, she was planning her next meetup with him. For months I've noticed things that didn't feel right. Her smell. Different. Like we'd just been intimate even though we hadn't touched each other for days. I kept telling myself I was imagining it, gaslighting myself into believing I was paranoid. But now I know exactly what it meant. And I keep asking myself, why wasn't I enough? Why didn't she just tell me? Why did she let me walk around thinking everything was fine? When I finally calmed down, I found an old truth resurfacing. Something from the beginning of our relationship. She had still been breaking up with another guy when she started dating me. And I ignored the warning signs. I thought I'd be the exception. I really believed she'd never do to me what she did to him. God, I was so wrong. The more I thought about it, the more pieces started falling into place. A year after we got married, she met this guy at the gym. Back then, she insisted they were just friends. But something about the way she acted around him never felt right. They texted too much. She got dressed a little nicer when she knew he'd be there. She smiled at her phone in ways she never smiled at messages from me. But every time I questioned it, she flipped it on me. Told me I was being insecure. Told me I was imagining things. And after a while, I started believing her. I convinced myself I was being crazy. I convinced myself she'd never cheat. Because she promised me she wouldn't. Over and over, she promised. Yesterday shattered all of that. Once I had the evidence, I did something I never thought I'd do. I found the other man's wife on social media. I didn't want to ambush her, but she deserved to know. I sent her what I found. The screenshots, the photos, everything. She confirmed the rest. And that's what really destroyed me. There was no way to explain it away. No misunderstanding. No, someone hacked my phone. It was real. It was happening. Last night I tried finding the messages on my wife's phone, hoping maybe, just maybe, there was some innocent explanation. But the messages were completely gone. His number? Deleted. Everything carefully wiped clean. But I did find a text she sent to a friend. 3 flat-face emojis. Then, "I'll tell you tomorrow. Our kid will tell on me if I talk now." The worst part? That message was sent on the night I randomly joined her at the gym. The same night I'm pretty sure she was planning to meet him. This morning everything blew up. Before I even had the chance to confront her, the other man's wife confronted him. And he ran straight to my wife. So she found out that I knew, before I could even say a word. When I walked into the room, she was already crying. She said it only started a couple weeks ago. She said I never trusted her. She said she needed to feel sexy again. She said it was all in her head, that she was screwed up. She said I criticized her too much. She said she wasn't going to tell me, but I should have talked to her first. Every excuse in the world, except taking responsibility. She even said she was scared I'd put the evidence online. Not, I'm sorry. Not, I can't believe I hurt you. Not, I destroyed our marriage. Just fear, blame, defensiveness. Tonight we're supposed to sit down and talk more. I don't even know what I'm going to say. I don't know if I'm going to yell or cry or just shut down completely. All I know is that everything I thought my marriage was is gone now. All day, my mind wouldn't stop replaying everything she said. It was like she was trying to rewrite the story before I even had a chance to speak. Saying it just started. Saying she wasn't going to tell me. Saying she needed attention. Every sentence felt like another knife in my chest. By the time we finally sat down that night, I felt numb. She kept pacing around the room, wiping her eyes, acting like she was the one who'd been betrayed, telling me she didn't know why she did it, saying she felt invisible, saying she needed someone who didn't look at her like she was damaged. I just sat there listening, and I realized something terrifying. She wasn't apologizing. She wasn't taking ownership. She wasn't even looking at me. She was trying to protect herself, not our marriage. When I finally spoke, my voice didn't even sound like mine. It sounded tired, completely drained. I told her everything I'd been holding in. How I noticed the smells. How I noticed the late nights. How I noticed her being distant, then suddenly overly affectionate. How I gaslit myself for months. How I blamed myself for not being enough for her. And she just stood there, silent. Then, when I asked her really why she did it, she shrugged. A shrug. Like she didn't think I deserved a real answer. That moment was when something inside me snapped. I realized she wasn't sorry because she didn't think she'd done something unforgivable. She was only sorry she got caught. When I told her I'd contacted the other man's wife, she froze. She asked if I sent her everything. She looked terrified. Not because of what she did to me, but because now her affair wasn't a secret anymore. She finally whispered, "Are we done?" I didn't know how to answer. Part of me wanted to scream, yes. Another part of me wanted to rewind time. And another part, the part that's still in shock, wanted to pretend none of this happened. But there was no pretending anymore. She went to bed early that night, leaving me alone on the couch, staring at the ceiling, wondering how this became my life. For the first time, I actually let myself imagine what life would look like without her. And instead of panicking, I felt this strange mix of fear and relief. Like maybe, after all the lies and self-doubt and gaslighting, walking away might actually save me. The next morning felt unreal. She acted quiet, almost cautious, like she didn't know which version of me she was going to face. I wasn't angry anymore. I wasn't crying. I wasn't panicking. I think that scared her more than anything. I told her I needed space. Real space. Not a night on the couch, actual distance. She didn't argue. She just nodded slowly, like she already knew the damage couldn't be undone. For the first time, she looked guilty. Not because she hurt me, but because she finally realized she couldn't control what happened next. The truth was out. Her affair partner's wife knew. I knew. And suddenly the fantasy she built fell apart. The rest of the day was quiet. The house felt empty even with both of us still in it. I kept thinking about all the moments I second-guessed myself. All the times she looked me in the eye and told me she loved me, while she was planning to meet another man. And somewhere between the silence and my own thoughts, a strange calm hit me. It wasn't my fault. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't unlovable. She made her choice, and now I get to make mine. I don't know what the future holds. Divorce, counseling, separation, whatever it ends up being, it'll be on my terms. Not built on her lies. Not built on her pretending. Not built on me destroying myself just to believe her. For the first time since this nightmare started, I felt something close to clarity. Whatever happens next, I'm going to be okay. Even if it takes time. Even if it hurts. I'm done blaming myself for her decisions. I'm done trying to be enough for someone who wanted more than honesty could give her. And I'm done letting her rewrite the story. Anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Just trying to breathe again, one day at a time. And guys, that brings the story to a close. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe to Reddit Cheating Stories so you don't miss more videos like this. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.